Hey, my friends, I'm at work and the Lord is speaking. So, on my way to work this morning, I passed the graveyard that my mother was buried in 22 years ago. And the Lord brought me back to a memory of myself where I had made my bed in the pit of hell. I was literally in hell in my spirit and my soul condition. I was so lost. I was believing so many lies, and I didn't know how to cope with my young mother's death. She was 37, and I was 20 years old at the time of her death. Anyway, he took me back to this memory where I was standing over her grave crying out to God, Lord, why? I don't understand. Crying, saying, I miss you, Mama, I miss you. And then the Lord reminded me of something so magnificent. He said, do you remember how lost you felt? And he said, I was within you the whole time. I was holding you, but you were too blind to see it. You were too deaf to hear my voice. I had so much comfort within him telling me that this morning. That he was always there. He was there the entire time. The entire time I didn't understand why or what was going on. But he said, I was with you then. Even in your worst state, I was with you then. You see, my friend, I was using drugs and different things to cope with the loss of my mother. And all that did was make it worse. It just made it worse. It numbed it for the moment, but it just made it worse. And I remember coming down and standing over her grave that day. And God made me remember that image of myself just so he could show me that he was within me even then. That seed had been planted in the very beginning that he knew would produce much fruit later. That he would help me through that grieving process. And no matter what came and tried to steal, kill, and destroy what God planted within me, it's incorruptible. He said it's an incorruptible seed, my friend. He was with me in the depths of hell. Whenever I really started grieving the loss of my mother. So, Lord, that was longer than that then. Anyway, it was 10 years ago. That's right. That's where I'm getting that mixed up. 10 years ago, when I really, truly started grieving the loss of her. And he gave me magnificent visions of her in heaven. And he said, you can be right there with her in an instant. You see, my friend, we can live heaven on this earth. And we can experience all those wonderful memories with the Father and with the loved one that you lost. He was with me in the pain. He was with me in the toil of trying to do it myself. Trying to earn my way in when I was already in. He said, my daughter, you are already in my arms. He's so precious how he'll come into, just like Paul Young's book, The Shack. He will go into our shack and show us that he was always there. And actually, it's this beautiful house that he has created within us. And it has no choice but to burst forth because he ordained it to be so. I love you. I wanted to share in that intimate moment with you. To remind you that no matter where you find yourself today, he has his loving arms wrapped around you ever so tightly. Saying, I've got you. I'll never give up on you. Though the world may slam doors in your face, I never will. He says, my heaven's gates are always open. For all. How Hallelujah. I pray that you had the most magnificent day today, and that he continuously reminds you that the treasure's within. He's with you in the midst of whatever you're going through. Even if it doesn't feel like it in the time, like I was at the gravesite that day. He's with you either way. If you make your bed in the pits of hell, there I am in the midst. I love you, my friend. Have the most blessed day today. Bye-bye.